You know, I like to do this at the end of every hunting season, but let's face it, sometimes we let stuff go till spring. But one thing I like to do and I insist on doing at the end of every hunting season, especially before we get to summer, is take down all my portable stands, steps, and sticks. Ladders I might leave out there, but stands, steps, or sticks, I want to make sure, I mean, it's 5 months until the next hunting season, and I don't want to take any chances. If you leave these out there, they rust, they decay, squirrels get at the seats, and it's just not safe. So what I'd like to do is I store these back in a storage shed at home. I will put them up again a month or a month and a half before the season, and I'll hunt them, but I always inspect them to make sure they're safe for the next hunting season. Just a couple little tips that I do to keep them in top working order, and these stands will last for many seasons. Okay, again, you know, this might seem like a pain, but it's really simple. I get my stands, just make sure they're all okay. This stand was brand new this year, so I know it's not going to take a lot of work. One thing that I do differently than everybody else is I want to make sure these things are going to last. So on these stands here, every part I'm going to make sure when I get home is I'm going to tighten every nut, every bolt, make sure that's nice and working order, and I'm just going to use a little bit of oil, a little bit of lubricant right around all the working parts, and just work them around a little bit. And if I want to, I can work that oil in there a little bit. It's going to last. It's 5 months before I'm using this stand again, and if you are worried about the scent of that oil, nothing that a little scent killer can't cure. Again, 5 months from now, I'm not going to be worried about this. The stand's going to be all ready to go for next year. So on the steps and the sticks, tree steps you don't have to do anything to, as long as you know they're not 15 years old and rusted out. And the same thing with steps. Now these steps are welded. Check those welds. If you see one that's rusting, replace it. It's not worth your life. These are brand new. I don't have to worry about them. But one thing I will do on these ladder sections that a lot of people forget, those little ratchets, in this particular kind, there's a spring in there. I want to make sure that doesn't rust. So I'm going to get a little oil in there as well. I'll hang all my equipment in the shed, let it dry out. It's not sitting out there for 5 months in the elements. Things would be eating at the straps, decaying the stands. It's worth that extra effort if it's going to mean your life in the end. There's several benefits to taking your stands down and putting them back up every year. The main benefit is safety. It's going to make sure that this stuff is in top working order when you go hunting next time, but also longevity. By taking my stands down and storing them for those 5 or 6 months after the hunting season, this allows me to get many, many years out of my hang-on tree stands, ladder sticks, and tree steps.